everybody. Happy Monday. It is Coach Williams, Cassandra Williams of Cassandra Williams Enterprise, and I am your victory coach and the founder of Wise Wives Build. And what I do is I help wives, kingdom leaders, and busy professional women, right? And what do? I help you develop the skills that you were naturally born with, and then I help you gather tips, tools, techniques, those things that you're going to need to build the life of your dreams and then be able to live in that place. And so, as we're coming out here today, I want to just leave you with a little thought, something that you can just kind of glean from, for the week. This is our word of the week, right? And after this teaching, I hope that something will be said that you will feel equipped, you will feel empowered, you will feel encouraged to act this morning. Good morning, Miss Marissa May. Good morning, Anita, over here on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning over here on Facebook Live as well. Good morning. Good morning, Miriam. And so, what we're going to be talking about today is thank you. And what am I saying thank you for? I am saying thank you personally. Thank you guys for rocking with your girl, right? Thank you for 5 years, y'all, with Cassandra Williams Enterprise, the A Victor's Heart series. My 5 years ago, I officially launched Cassandra Williams Enterprise, which is my coaching business. And my first endeavor was the A Victor's Heart series, where I told of my journey to victory, right? And some of y'all have been with me the whole time. Some of you have known me since high school. Some of you have known me since college. Some of you we've just met, but you've been here with me all 5 years from my very first vendor event, from my very first just event, period. We also celebrated 3 years of 3 years of Wise Wives Build. Can y'all believe it? 3 years that we've been out here ministering to wives, helping them be the best versions of themselves so that they can be the best versions to their husband, to their, I believe you can have it all. I believe you can be the wife, you can be the CEO, you can be the entrepreneur, whatever it is your heart's desire. I believe that you can do it, right? And so we've been out here being wise wives that know how to build, right? And we're not stopping. I've celebrated 18 years in ministry, and yesterday I celebrated 23 years of marriage. And many of you came out and said, congratulations. Thank you. You didn't have to. That's what we want to talk about today. People don't have to, right? People don't have to come back and say thank you. People don't have to appreciate what you do. You could have saw my posts and you could have kept scrolling, right? You could have just kept scrolling and not said anything. But for everyone that took the time to text, to call, that has been to my website, whatever the case may be, over these last 23 years of marriage, 5 years of being in business, 18 years of ministry. I just wanted to come out here and say a big thank you today because I appreciate you. I'm not one of those people that just take for granted that, oh, you should come out here. No, I appreciate and I value your time that it takes to even just read my stuff on a consistent basis. That when I put out something that that you like, that you'll stop and you'll give it a heart, you'll share it, things like that. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And as I begin to really think about that, I was taken to Luke 17, 11 through 19. That's the scripture I'm going to reference today, Luke 17, 11 through 19. And that is where the 10 lepers, the 10 lepers began to, lepers could not be around everybody else. They had to announce themselves before they came out and they had to say, unclean, unclean, right? And so as they were coming through and they were crying out to Jesus and they asked him for to heal them. And as he began to go through the process, and he was like, okay, go show yourself to the priest. He didn't put his hands on him. He didn't do any of that. He just said, go show yourself to the priest. And they began to walk. They took heed to the word and they began to walk. And as they went, then they saw, you know what? They saw that their leprosy, the sores on their body, were healed. The other nine kept following the instructions. Go show yourself to the priest. But one was had so much gratitude in their heart that they came back to say thank you. He came back to Jesus and he fell down and he was like, thank you so much. And he wasn't, and it took, here's the thing, he was a Samaritan. The Bible took time to say that he was a Samaritan. It didn't have to say that, but he wanted you to know that he was a Samaritan. He was one of the people that, Jesus wasn't come for. He was a Gentile. He was a mutt. He was a mixed breed. He wasn't the one that the Savior was supposed to be coming for. But yet and still, here is this leper coming back and falling at the feet of Jesus to say thank you. And Jesus asked him, he said, hey, wasn't there 10? Where's the other nine? Where are the other nine that were healed, that were cleansed, that didn't come back to say thank you? And he said, because you came back to say thank you, not only are you cleansed, not only are you healed, but now you are well, right? And in another translation, it says, now you are saved. Not only are you healed, but now you are saved. And so I want to talk to some people that I don't want you to forget to come back and say thank you. I don't want you, not necessarily to me. I love when my clients come back and say, "Coach, thank you so much. That word you gave me changed my life. I applied what." But I want you to understand the importance of a thank you. Here's this man coming back to fall at the feet of Jesus and just say thank you, that he just came back to say I appreciate. Because here's the thing, Jesus didn't have to do that. He didn't have to save him. He didn't have to have a conversation with him. He didn't have to do none of that. He could have just kept it moving, kept walking, right? But that wasn't who he was. And for some of you, some people are about to come back to say thank you. Some people are about to come and say, you know what? I appreciate you. I value you. That word that you spoke to me, that book that you wrote that really blessed me, that live that you did. Oh my God. I have been in that place, y'all, where somebody I couldn't pray. Have you ever been there to that place where you couldn't pray? You couldn't speak. You just did not have it in you because life anybody been beaten down by life? I've been beat down by life. Have you been beat down by life? Have you been at a place where you was just like, it's I I I don't even have it, right? Good morning, sis. Thanks for coming in. You've been beat down by life. It was one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. You went to the doctor, they told you something was going on in your body. You go back home and your husband's like, I want a divorce. You come back and the school is on the phone and they're like, oh my God, your son is failing all of these classes. And then it's like one thing after the other. And then you're like, no, you can't have this time off at work. So now you have all of this stuff and you turn on the radio, you turn on Facebook, you turned on something and there was a word in season. That somebody said something and they was like, you know what? God is a very present help in the time of trouble. And that one statement shook you out of that place. You ever found yourself in a pit that you were like, I don't even know how to dig myself out, and somebody dropped you a lifeline? It could have been a song. It could have just been a word. It could have been a call, a phone call. It could have been a text. But somebody sent you a lifeline, and all they said was, "Sis, you got this." Sometimes all you need to know is that somebody believes in you. Sometimes all you need to know is a me too. Sometimes all you need is for somebody to say, you know what? I got you. But I don't want you to forget to say thank you, because that person may need, you don't know the cost of what it took for them to get up and go live. You don't know what it cost them to get up and speak that word. You don't know what they were even going through at that moment. And they were just strictly walking in obedience. And for you to come back and just say, thank you, thank you. Thank you doesn't cost you nothing. Just a few minutes of your time. Just THANKYOU. 8 letters. Thank you. Send. You can do it in a text. To go on that page and say, listen, thank you. Send. This man went back to Jesus, and in him, he was already happy because he was healed, y'all. But when he went back and fell at his feet to say thank you, not only was he healed, he was saved. His faith had healed him as he went. But when he came back, it was a deeper level of relationship, a deeper level of faith that he was like, now his life was forever changed. So don't be afraid to say thank you. I'm not scared to come out here and tell y'all thank you. I appreciate you, every single one of you that celebrate when I celebrate, that understand that we don't have to compete with one another, but that we can collaborate, that we can come together, and that we can move, even when we do the same things, that we can come together and that we can make a bigger impact together. Oh, we're doing great things individually, but together, what could we do if we all came together and start moving as one unit? What could we do? What could we do with a simple thank you? You never know who needs to hear. Good morning, Sylvia. Thanks for coming in, sis. Who needs to hear those simple words? Thank you. That day you pressed. That day you pushed past yourself and came on and poured your heart out. I needed that gratitude, that gratefulness. Not that I deserve, not that. That gratitude, that gratefulness. Thank you for taking time with me to talk to me. Thank you for taking time to listen to my broadcast. Thank you for taking time to schedule. Thank you for taking time to just read my post. Thank you. And so that's my heart today is thank you to each and every one of you that will listen to this broadcast, even the people that are on here now. Each one of you know you have a special place in my heart. But listen, even for those of you that are replay viewers, thank you. Thank you for listening all the way to this point. Thank you. Because I don't want you just healed. I don't want to be just healed. I want to be saved. Thank you. I will always be, it says, I will always give thanks. Everything doesn't feel good. Everything isn't going to be good, but I can give thanks in all things. I can have a praise. I can have a worship, even in my darkest time. And sometimes, y'all, I needed to pull on somebody else. And yeah, I went back and I said, thank you. Because they didn't know that they were my lifeline. Hey, mommy, thanks for coming in. They didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know where I was. They didn't know I was laying on the couch and couldn't get out of the bed. They didn't know. But when they came, I put them on and they began to saturate my spirit and they began to speak to me in a way. And I had to say, thank you. Give people their flowers while they're yet here. There's amazing people that every time I saw them, I was like, thank you. And it was like, you don't have to keep saying thank you. I'm like, yeah, I do. I have to keep saying thank you because I don't want to just have to give you, I don't want to just give you flowers when you pass away. I don't want to give you flowers when you're laying in the bed. I don't want to do that. I want you to be able to enjoy your flowers here. And what does that mean? I want you to know what you meant to me while you're yet breathing. Thank you. So if there's somebody you need to call today, I want you to make that call. If you need to connect with some people today, and if you need to send some messages, some inboxes, whatever it is, just to say thank you. Thank you. Y'all didn't have to buy my books. You don't have to listen to these messages. You don't have to, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you do. I'm grateful for every client. I'm grateful for every person that has shared a broadcast of mine and it led to something else. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for your life. I'm thankful for your presence. Good morning, Pastor Valia. Thanks for coming in this morning. I'm thankful for your presence. Your life matters. If nobody tells you that today, your life matters. I love you. And I don't love you with the joy of Jesus. I love you from my heart to yours. I love you. I do. And I can say that. Why? Because not only have I been cleansed, but I've been saved. And so I understand that we can love each other and disagree. So I'm Coach Williams, and I just came out here today to say thank you. And for some of you, you need to make some calls today, and you just need to say those two little words. Thank you. Thank you for being in my corner. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you for standing with me. Thank you. Because there's some people, there's some people, y'all, that y'all don't even know that have stood for you. And God is revealing it. They ain't just on your page because they don't just like your stuff. Do you know it takes an extra step to find that heart, to find that care button? They're just not going down hitting like. They said love. They said I care. That means they took an extra step. Thank you. Thank you for every time that y'all read it and y'all put a heart. Thank you for every time that you took time to write a message. Thank you. There's a lot of coaches out there. Thank you for every time, but you chose me to be your coach. Thank you. Every inbox, every text, every phone call. Thank you. Every time I dropped in your spirit and you checked on me. Thank you. Don't be afraid to say thank you because that person may need to hear it. And also don't be afraid to go back and say thank you because they may just be a double portion in it for you, right? Because this leper, he was already cleansed. He was already healed on the outside. The leprosy was already gone, but he solidified. Jesus said, your faith has made you well. It was well with his soul after that. That it says he was not only healed, but his life was saved from that day forward because he went back and he laid at the feet of Jesus just to say, thank you. So, not only people, some of y'all in the midst of what you're going through right now, you need to go back to the Father and just say, thank you. Thank you for breath in my body today. Thank you that, yes, there may be a little pain in my body, but guess what? Thank you that I can lift my hands. Thank you that I can see. Thank you that I have mobility. Thank you because somebody didn't wake up, y'all. Somebody didn't wake up. Somebody ain't in their right mind, and you're sitting here typing and tapping on the screen and listening to me. Somebody ain't got ears. Somebody can't hear, thank you. It may not be what you want it to be, but maybe, just maybe, if you got into this place and this space of gratitude, that just maybe God would understand. The double portion would hit your life. There's more. Where you are today is not where you will end. Thank you. Where I am today is not where I will end. Thank you. Y'all don't even understand. There were days I wanted to quit. I didn't want to show up. And someone would always come on my inbox and say, Coach, thank you. I needed that. That little thank you. It wasn't about me, but God was showing me the power of my obedience. That in my weakest moments when I showed up, God showed himself mighty and he spoke through me and he spoke exactly what you all needed to hear. And there are days I just tell him, thank you for choosing me. He chose me. Some of y'all want to be chosen by a man. Some of y'all want to be chosen for a job. Some of y'all want to be chosen for all this stuff. And God said, I choose you. That's the ultimate. You want to be chosen by him. He said, I put my word in your mouth. I chose you. And you looking for a man to choose you? I chose you. So just tell him thank you today. So I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming in. Again, thank you guys for celebrating with me this weekend. 18 years of ministry, 5 years of Cassandra Williams Enterprise, 3 years of Wise Wives Build, and 23 years of being Mrs. Fred Williams, right? And I'm not done yet. It's not over. I'm not slowing down. I'm not backing down. I'm not hiding anymore. We're going to be out here and we're going to do what God has called us to do, okay? So if you need to connect with me, if you are married or you know you're supposed to be, you know you somebody wife, and you need to connect with me, go to www.wisewivesbuild.com, okay? If you are like, listen, I ain't about that married life, but coach, I need to go into, I need some coaching. I need to unpack some stuff. I need to go to my next level. I need to get a plan. I need to know what my next steps are. And listen, I don't even know why, but I just get so far and I stop. If you are president and CEO of that Start Stop ministry, right? Or you cannot control your tongue, then I need you to go to www.thecassandrawilliams.com and connect with me, right? Because here's the thing, in December, we are going to start Hush. And what is Hush? Hush is that thing that we do where we're intentional about closing our mouth and clearing our heads. And we take 21 days where we don't murmur, we don't complain, we don't do any of that. And I do it twice a year publicly. That's in June and in December. December 1st, we start up Hush. So if you need to be a part of that, inbox me and I will send you the link so that you can sign up. You sure you can do it, but why wouldn't you want to do it with your friends, right? Why wouldn't you want to do it with your sister friends? And so we're going to come together December 1st through the 21st, and we are going to walk this thing out. It will bless your life because you get to be able to hear. Because sometimes we feel like, oh, well, I'm good, right? I'm real good. And that's what we want to do. But we stop. We start something, but we don't have the ability to push through. We don't have any longevity in it. Why is that? Because we never dealt with our past. We never dealt with old mindsets. We never dealt with any of that. So you don't even know. When I did this for the first time, I didn't realize how negative I was. It was me. It wasn't my husband. It was me. My mindset was crazy. I was all over the place and I had to shut it all the way down And when I did, the atmosphere of my house and everything connected to me began to change. So if you're interested in that, I want you to inbox me, okay? So that is all that I have for you. If you are on Clubhouse, join me in a few minutes. I'm a few minutes late, but it is well, right? Join me for a special edition of the Real Wives of Clubhouse. We're going to hop in over there. My husband will be on with me this morning. So if you're on Clubhouse, hop in over there. Give me about 3 minutes to get everything set up and log in over there. Okay. So I love you guys to life. Have an amazing rest of the day. Thank you over here on Instagram. Be blessed. Thank you guys. I know I'm not over here as much as I normally am, but thank you so much for rocking with your girl. You'll see me more often. Talk to you guys later over here. So I'm ending for Instagram. Thank you, Facebook. Always, y'all got my heart. Hey Tammy, hey Tisha. You guys go back and check the replay, okay? But I love you guys to life. Go out there and be great today because somebody is looking at you and want to know what it looks like to be a wise wife or a wise man that knows how to build their house and ain't out here tearing stuff down with their hands. What I mean with your hands, with this right here and with your actions and with your nasty attitudes. We're not doing that, right? We're going to be wise. We're going to use the wisdom of God to be godly. And that when people come to eat from our fruit, eat from our tree, that they're going to get good fruit. And one of the things that we're going to give them is we're going to show them what it looks like to say thank you. Not being selfish, but being able to say, thank you. I appreciate you. What you did and who you are in my life matters. If you need me, you know how to get in touch with me. You can inbox me. Go to my link, which you can find on all my social media accounts. Click that link, and we can connect. Okay. I love you guys to life. If you want the Hush link, let me know, and I will talk to you guys next Monday here. If you're in Clubhouse, I'll see you in a few minutes.